This is the SF Productions Podcast Network.
Movie theater memory.
From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. You can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com.
By this time in the calendar year, we might have posted a summer movie episode. But with the coronavirus still raging, movie theaters are either not open or open with extreme restrictions, with no idea as to when things will get back to normal.
So we decided instead to talk about our own early experiences at the movies.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, 1968, at the Downtown Theater in Salem, Ohio, where we lived at the time. My memory is being terrified of the children being thrown in a cage and running out of the theater screaming.
He still doesn't like that movie. I remember seeing it, but it didn't terrify me. Most of the time I remember going to the movies was to the drive-in. With three sisters, my parents had their hands full. But we had a Rambler station wagon, and my sisters and I would all be in the back, and we'd lay down and go to sleep after the first show. I really mostly remember the playground in front of the screen.
I grew up in North Canton, Ohio. Most of the theaters were in and around Belden Village Mall, where I ended up spending a lot of Saturdays. The Gold Circle Cinemas were the only ones I could easily ride to on my bike, and I did so a lot. There were 4 small screens, not a great experience, but better than nothing. Then there was the Park Cinema, a single-screen theater and the largest in the area. It was a great place to see big movies. The Belden Village Twin Cinema, later it was 4 screens, was a good cheap place to see matinees. I believe they had matinees for like $1.50, something like that. From what I found online, it was actually supposed to be part of a Jerry Lewis theater chain that collapsed before it was actually completed. Lady! Then there was the McKinley Theater down on 30th Street, twin screens with balconies, part of the General Cinema theater chain. There was also the Millette Mall Cinema, which was inside that mall, which was about 5 miles away. 2 screens, the theater is gone, and the mall, now called Canton Center, is mostly abandoned. I'm pretty sure the last 3 theaters were part of the General Cinema Corporation. That was back in the day before every theater was part of a chain. Finally, there's the Palace Theater in downtown Canton, one of those classic movie palaces that was built back in the 20s. I rarely got down there, since they normally didn't show first-run films. Apart from the Palace, all of those theaters are gone, with a Tinseltown/Cinemark replacing them near The Strip, which is a set of mostly big box stores.
Whereas other than drive-ins, the only theater I ever went to was at the mall, Brookfield Square, in case you're interested. I remember going there to a movie with my younger sister, probably the first time we went by ourselves, and we decided to sit way down in the front row. I'm not sure what we were thinking. Of course, there was no stadium seats then, so for 2 short girls, it meant no heads in front of us. The theater started out with a single screen, but by the time I was in high school, I think it had 2. By the time the theater was gone, I'm pretty sure it had at least 6 screens. And they turned it into the food court at the mall at the very end.
Ah. Well, I saw a lot of the goofy live-action Disney films at the Gold Circle or Belden Village in the mid-'70s. The first time I saw Star Wars, 1977, it was at the McKinley. I didn't know much about the movie going in, just that it had a lot of buzz on the playground. Then I saw it a lot at Belden Village. $1.50 matinee, you could still get cheap popcorn. It became a badge of honor based on how many times you saw it in its initial run, which was Memorial Day 77 to Labor Day 78.
I saw Star Wars on the first day and the first showing when it played at Brookfield Square. I made my best friend at the time, Julie, go with me. I promised her it would be good. I had been reading about it in SF magazines, I guess. She loved it, and so did I.
I remember having my dad drop me off at Millette Mall on his way to work so I could see the premiere of Superman the movie, 1978. I had to wait for the mall to open its doors, wander around while the mall walkers did their thing, then browse the stores once they opened before the film actually came on at noon. A few years later, I did a similar thing for Superman 3, wondering why there wasn't a line. I found out once I saw the film. Now, a bunch of friends got together in '79 to see Star Trek The Motion Picture at the Park Cinema. Keep in mind, this was the first new Trek, other than the mostly terrible animated series, since we were in pre-K. I probably saw it 20 times there.
Did you ever try to get into our movies? I remember that I never actually saw Animal House because I was too afraid I'd be carded. I have to admit, I didn't see a lot of movies when I was younger. I was more of a reader. But I do remember going to see a short animation festival, which is the first time I saw Bambi Meets Godzilla, the best 1 minute and 30-second film ever made. And now I'm also remembering a terrible movie about nuns, maybe committing crimes? Nonsense? I don't know. I went to this with a group of high school friends and just remember it was the worst movie I ever seen until I tried to watch They Shoot Horses, Don't They? And then The Cook, The Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover. I do also remember going to see the Aristocats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the first movie I ever went to without my sisters.
Okay.
I think my mom took that to me for my birthday one year. And I don't think my sisters were there.
Yeah. There you go.
So, we like movies now.
Yeah.
We miss the movie theater. If you miss the movie theater, you can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for watching. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.